Ooh! Go Battle Day has just ended yesterday, and I did 100 battles yesterday, starting from rank 1, and I progressed up the rank really quickly. So today I'm going to do a voiceover on my battles, not 100 of them, otherwise this video is going to take 5 days to finish. No, I'm just kidding, it's going to take a few hours to finish. But basically, I'm just going to show you guys 5 battles and showing you guys the rank up as we progress along, as I'm going to do a voiceover for them. So hi to all of you guys. So yep, let me go ahead to straight away start with this over here, as I'm going to show you guys that I started off the day at rank 1 with 0 battles done. And I'm going to show you guys that the Go Battle Day started, and we have 22 hours to complete the time research together with the Go Battle time research that is free to obtain from the shop. Eventually I started battling, and all the battles were done in the Ultra League using the team of just Shadow Swampert together with my Cobalion and also Talonflame. So after doing 5 battles, going up to rank 2 that easily, because you just need to do 5 battles, but I won all 5 battles, as you do encounter quite a few people using really weird mons, including CP10 Pokemon, just to drop their ranks or whatsoever. So we're going to begin with the very first battle against this trainer called Another World 999, and going with my Shadow Swampert. She brought in a Virizion. Virizion is the #1 counter against a Swampert, because Swampert can't do any super effective damage unless you have Sludge Wave, which is normally what most people wouldn't use when we are using it in the Ultra League. But she brought in the Registeel after I swapped into my Talonflame. Gonna go ahead to use Flame Charge, and right now, since I'm using my iPad Mini 5, it's easier to actually just put my thumb in the middle of the screen to just get excellent on Flame Charge, as I guess the screen aspect ratio is kind of different from the iPad Mini 6 for some good reason. But anyway, I'm gonna shoot up against the Zap Cannon. I'm so sorry, I need to clear my throat, but it's okay. So I decided to just get it to nice for now, so that I can do a few more fast moves to take down the Registeel, because I would prefer to have more energy, and I know the Registeel wouldn't be able to fire off another Zap Cannon once we do 2 more fast moves. So yep, the Registeel is down, we are down 1 shield, but the Virizion is back in. I was very confused when she brought in the Virizion again, because Virizion doesn't fare well against the Talonflame unless you have Stone Edge, which then would one-shot KO our Talonflame. Excuse me, I need to clear it a bit more. And right now, I'm thinking if I like to shield this or not though. It could be a Stone Edge, and it is indeed Stone Edge, one-shot KO our Talonflame, but I decided to save the shield for my Cobalion, because Talonflame has really done a lot of work. We're gonna go with our Sacred Sword. Both of us are using Double Kick. Double Kick is such a good move for both of our Pokemon right now, the Swords of Justice, that if we were to get hit by the Double Kick, our Cobalion will suffer more damage, since we are suffering super effective damage. We're gonna bring in Swampert. Alright, really weird, right? Yep, to bring in Swampert against one that's gonna Leaf Blade us and one-shot KO us, and we're gonna bring our Cobalion again. So, the next Pokemon is gonna be Charizard, and I was like, okay, wow, she caught my Sacred Sword super duper well, man. In this situation right now, it doesn't look too good for me, and with Wing Attack, it's gonna charge up the energy super duper quickly, but we managed to get rid of all the shields already. Now we have to get it to Stone Edge. Okay, but we have to definitely shoot up against this, whether is it Dragon Claw or what, it's still gonna do a lot of damage. Okay, so we're gonna have to shoot up against the Blast Burn. That would definitely have taken us out that easily, especially from a Shadow Charizard. Even if it's not from a Shadow Charizard, it is gonna take us out with the amount of health that we are left with on our Cobalion. Alright, so Stone Edge is gonna go through. It's gonna one-shot KO the Charizard, just like what she did to my Talonflame. Alright, we're gonna try and race to our charge move, our Sacred Sword, and she's gonna use hers first. But it's not Sacred Sword, it's Stone Edge, remember? She was using Leaf Blade and also Stone Edge, right? And I was like, oh yeah, okay, since that's the case, I need to kick my Cobalion, because she used the Leaf Blade on my Swampert. If she was going to use Sacred Sword on my Swampert, then I would definitely have to use my Swampert to try and take out the Virizion, because I was trying to bait out the Leaf Blade, and that's what I did. And knowing that she has Leaf Blade, I was able to win that. Alright, so going up to rank 3, as you guys can see, after doing 10 battles, that's how it is. We're going to slowly progress up the ranks as slowly as it is, and then slowly progressing up again to rank 4 after doing a total of 15 battles. So all these battles were mainly done when I was in this accommodation over here. The internet speed here is really, really good, really, really stable. I did not want to do any of the battles when I'm outside, just in case I might experience a lag and latency. So I decided to do everything here, and it was quite fun though. I mean, it's been quite a while since I played Go Battle League, and not playing Go Battle League for quite a while now. It suddenly come back to play. Actually, it really feels really fun, man, that you know, I'm able to play it again. So now against the next opponent, against one who started off with Runerigus, and very good lead for us, man, since we are using our Shadow Swampert against it. It's going to do super effective damage against the Runerigus, and Runerigus doesn't have any move that will do super effective damage to us. Bringing in Mandibuzz, which then I'm going to charge up a bit more energy doing a Hydro Cannon, although I feel that I should not have done this. I should have just saved up the energy for my Swampert on whatever Pokemon that's going to come in, especially the Runerigus. We're going to bring in the Cobalion now. Cobalion actually walls Mandibuzz like crazy. The only thing that will do neutral damage to us is Aerial Ace, whereas the other moves, even the fast move, will do resisted damage to us. That's a good thing about Cobalion especially. Oh yeah, I forgot about Shadow Ball though. Yeah, Shadow Ball doing neutral damage also, but we're going to go with our Stone Edge, which will do super effective damage to the Mandibuzz. Alright, and most people wouldn't shield their Mandibuzz because they would think that Mandibuzz is so tanky that they wouldn't shield it at all. And now that the Mandibuzz is low on health, we're going to try and farm it down a little bit and see if we need to use our Sacred Sword or not. Alright, doing a few more double kicks. We're definitely going to use our Sacred Sword after we charge up to like almost 100 energy on it first. Alright, otherwise the Mandibuzz might be able to fire off another Shadow Ball on us and we might get knocked out by then. Alright, but the foul play goes through and the foul play will be resisted like I said. Alright, but then we decided to try and farm it down and bring it in Runerigus. We're going to go with Stone Edge. Sacred Sword will be double resisted because of the ghost typing that Runerigus has, so using Stone Edge would be a better option, though it is still single resisted. We're going to bring our Swampert right now. So you see, now I only have one Hydro Cannon to use. If I did not use the Hydro Cannon on the Mandibuzz, I would have had double Hydro Cannons prepared. Unfortunately, it's okay. We're gonna see that the Runerigus is gonna use the move. It could be a Sand Tomb, alright? Sand Tomb is the one that most people will use, but then Rock Tomb was used. I was like, okay, so Sand Tomb, Rock Tomb, okay, sure. Attack fail, we're gonna use our Hydro Cannon next. Let's see if the opponent is gonna shoot this or not. I'm not 100% sure whether Runerigus is very tanky or not because I don't use it at all. I've not used Runerigus at all, but I've encountered a few people using it back in the days. And right now we're going to have to shear up against this. This is going to be another Rock Tomb if my memory serves me right. Alright, and then we're going to try and farm down the Runerigus. Alright, farm it down with just fast moves alone, preparing for the next Pokemon that comes in. Alright, and the next Pokemon is going to be Mandibuzz again. We're going to go with the Hydro Cannon, although we could have possibly farmed down the Mandibuzz already with the amount of health that is left with just our Mud Shots, but it was quite risky. I wasn't sure on the energy, so I couldn't remember. And he brought in an Ember. When he brought in an Ember, I was like, wait a second, what are the moves of Ember? I really cannot remember. Alright, so we're going to go with our Flame Charge. So I was like, okay, I think I'll just let this go through since it should be a fire type move. I let it go through. When I saw the move, Rock Slide, I'm like, oh my god, we just got clapped by the Ember, man. Like, seriously, I was like, okay, now we have a very big problem. The Ember is going to shoot his Hydro Cannon. And I'm going to bring in my Cobalion after we get taken out by the Embers. Alright, it's even using the fast move Embers. And then now we're going to try and Stone Edge it. But remember, Ember is a fighting and fire type Pokemon, which means it suffers neutral damage and not super effective damage. And hence it's going to survive that. And hence it's going to just Ember me down. And I lost with one shield left. That was so embarrassing. And that was the first loss that I suffered after doing over 20 battles. And I was like, okay, never mind. Let's just jump straight to the next battle though. Alright, so against the next opponent. And leading off with Meganium. So we have a very bad lead over here against our opponent using Meganium. But our opponent's Meganium is at 2405 CP. Not even close to Ultra League's limit. Alright, bringing in Giratina. I believe this Giratina also doesn't have really good IVs. But you guys will see that having not good Pokemon, as long as you have a very good lead and whatsoever, you would have a chance to even win. We're going to bring in our Brave Bird. And I was like, okay, now that we have done a lot of damage, we are also going to suffer a lot of damage because our defense has fallen severely, which is very, very bad. Alright, Dragon Claw does almost half health damage to our Talonflame, which is super duper painful to see. Gonna try to get to another Brave Bird. Unfortunately, we couldn't. I was contemplating to shield that though. If I were to shield that, maybe I could burn a shield. But if I don't shield that, I can save the shield, and I'm going to bring in Cobalion now. Cobalion is actually very good to fight against like Giratina and even Alolan Muk. as it walls them like pretty much almost totally, especially Giratina in a situation like when it has Dragon Breath. Dragon Breath, Dragon Claw, and Ancient Power, some people do run that combination. With that combination, well, Cobalion just goes to town against the Giratina, man. Alright, we're gonna Stone Age it right now, and this will one-shot KO the Giratina since it's left with red health. Alright, here we go. Boom. Alright, now it's out, and we're gonna see that he's gonna bring in a Registeel. We got Sacred Sword. Alright, and just all the T, all the lock-on sounds coming in. We're gonna go ahead with the first Sacred Sword and then do one more double kick, and we go with a second Sacred Sword. Alright, great, doing a decent amount of damage. Registeel is very, very tanky, and the Sacred Sword damage isn't like super duper crazy, but I mean, it's very good for a low energy charge move. The amount of damage that it's able to dish out, man. So now I was trying to swap into my Swampert. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to. I'm gonna shield up against this, and it happens to be a Focus Blast. I mean, luckily I did not try and catch it on my Swampert, also that would have been very, very bad. I was thinking I was gonna use Zap Cannon though, and if I had swapped in Swampert to catch the Zap Cannon, that would be great. Alright, we're gonna go with another Sacred Sword right now, and a Sacred Sword is gonna be shielded. So we burn both shields just like that. Very, very good. Very, very efficient, and we're gonna bring in our Swampert right now. So I was thinking, is it gonna be Zap Cannon? Is it gonna be Focus Blast? I'm gonna let this go through. I'm gonna save the shield, and it is Focus Blast. We can still survive that. Alright, great, and it's gonna be the Meganium. So the Meganium is the one that I was most concerned of. So I'm not gonna shield this at all, since I am not gonna be able to use the Swampert against whatever thing anymore, since the Meganium is gonna farm me down anyways. Alright, we're gonna bring in our Cobalion, and we're gonna go with our Sacred Sword. Spam all the way. But then the Registeel at the back is still going to be able to handle my Cobalion. So I was thinking, how am I going to use my shield? Should I use it against Meganium? Or should I save it up for the Focus Blast that may potentially come in, or even the Zap Cannon that could potentially come in from the Registeel? So far, if you guys notice, my opponent has been only using one charge move, right? So that's going to be quite interesting to see, because a one charge move with a 2405 CP Meganium, alright, fighting against my almost 2500 CP Pokemon with double moves. Alright, you will see what happens right now. Okay, we're gonna let this go through, definitely, because we have no shield left already. And you guys know what? I actually do survive this, because Cobalion is just so tanky, and we luckily do resist that. We have double Sacred Swords ready already. One is going to be used for the Meganium, one is going to be used for the Registeel. But the question is it going to be enough to knock out the Registeel though? Because remember, Registeel is so tanky, we're just going to use the Sacred Sword straight away. And is it enough? Is it enough? We got everything. Boom! It's not enough, guys. Oh my god, oh my god. We have to double kick it down. Hopefully we don't get lock on down. And look at how close that is. Who's gonna win? It's us. Oh my god. I think we were just one lock on away from fainting. So that was super duper close for the Cobalion. And after doing all those battles, we got up to rank 6, and we lost 2 battles, like I said. Alright, and we're gonna scroll down and see that we got 25 battles. That was 1 quarter through already, and I think this was done. The first 20 or 25 battles were done before I went to bed. So then I woke up, did a few battles, then I went out, and I came back, do a few more battles to complete the 100 again. But yeah, you know, to do 100 battles in a day is very, very exhausting. For those of you who have ever tried it before, you guys would definitely know that. But you know, you just need to maintain your focus, take a break in between when you get super duper exhausted. But now we are against someone who started off with Obstacle, bringing in Cresselia. I was thinking if I should just pull an immediate switch into Talonflame, but I stayed put with my Swampert to do 1 Hydro Cannon damage first, bringing in my Talonflame now. So the thing about Cresselia is that most of the time, last time, people would run Grass Knot and also Moonblast. With those 2 moves, Talonflame can handle Cresselia very, very easily. However, if you guys just notice, yep, we just got hit by Future Sight, which did a lot of damage. It takes down half of Talonflame's health, and it has been more, I guess, overly used than people using Grass Knot and Moonblast. I'm not too sure whether is it because I'm low on the ranking and most people wouldn't want to Elite Charge DM their Cresselia to get Grass Knot. And that's why people are just using Moonblast and in fact Future Sight, because those 2 are the better moves as compared to the other move they have. That is Aurora Beam. Alright, Aurora Beam is not a good ice move, by the way. Alright, so nobody would use that. I've not seen anybody using Aurora Beam at all. But it could be the case that most people do not want to Elite Charge TM their Cresselia, hence why we see more of that. and see more people using a Future Sight as compared to using Grass Knot also. Alright, so it's a good thing and bad thing, especially for my Swampert wise, alright, not having to face up against a Crocella that uses Grass Knot. It means that my Swampert can survive one of the charge moves, and the charge move that takes a longer time to get to also. So now he's bringing in a Venusaur. We are not in a very good position. I'm thinking if I should just go with Hydro Cannon or just go with the Earthquake, so I decided to go with the Hydro Cannon, as I knew that the Frenzy Plant is going to come in already. At least we did some cheap damage. Gonna bring out Cobalion, and let's see what's he gonna do. He is still gonna stay put. Alright, so we don't have to shield up against any of the moves coming in from Venusaur because everything will be resisted by Cobalion Steel typing. Alright, great. So we're gonna see that he's still gonna stay put. So I was very confused why he's staying put. Maybe the last Pokemon is super duper ultra weak to Cobalion, so it could be an Alolan Mark, it could be a Steel typing Pokemon. We will see how. Now we have to shield up against this. Since we know that the last Pokemon is going to be like weak to Cobalion, alright, kind of an indication, we're going to go with our Sacred Sword to try and see if we can burn the last shield, thinking that I'm going to go with a Stone Edge, and we do not burn the last shield, but it's totally fine. Another Sacred Sword would be enough to knock out the Venusaur after doing maybe 2 more double kicks. We're going to have to shield up against this. See, knowing that the last Pokemon is weak to Cobalion, I'm double investing my shields on my Cobalion. Oh yeah, the last Pokemon is Obstagoon. I totally forgot. Yep, I actually forgot midway through battle that it was Obstagoon, to be very honest. And then eventually once the Obstagoon came in, I was like, oh yeah, that's what he led with, right? Yeah, congratulations, Brandon. Sometimes I mean, a lot of people definitely would forget what Pokemon the opponent has, and I do that. I have that issue sometimes too. Alright, so we're gonna bring in use our Sacred Sword again. Just trying to spam Sacred Sword all the way. Now that our defense has dropped and his defense has gone up, I'm going to remove the debuff on me by bringing in the Swampert, sacrificing it totally. Then after bringing in the Cobalion again, farm it down, and then Sacred Sword the next Pokemon, and that's going to be the Venusaur now, I remember. Alright, we're going to farm down the Obstagoon. Okay, great. Now we can actually use Stone Edge instead. So Stone Edge is going to knock out the Venusaur totally. Don't have to risk it for the biscuit. Yeah. So that's gonna one-hit KO definitely, since he's left with so little health, and after doing all those battles, alright, we are roughly midway through all the battles already, and I only did screen record the first like 45 to 50 battles. After that, the last 50 battles I just played and I did not screen record at all until towards when we actually claimed the reward. So you guys can see right now we have done like a total of 35 battles. Only one last battle to show you guys before I just do a summary on all the battles and the rank up, because it's just going to be a super duper long video. And also my iPad was giving me issue, my screen recording had some issue after I did this last set of screen recording, and then eventually I didn't want to screen record for too long anymore. Yup, clearly I need to get my iPad mini 6 fixed. I'm still using the iPad mini 5, hence why you guys see this different screen aspect ratio. But anyway, back to the battle. You guys can see it started off with a Dragonite. So Dragonite is something that I don't really like to see, especially since it handles my team very well. 2 of my Pokemon do not do any much damage to it at all, since it will resist the moves other than Brave Bird from Talonflame. Cobalion can still handle a Dragonite with Stone Edge. Unfortunately now Dragonite with Super Power will knock out the Cobalion totally. So we're gonna bring in the Cobalion, hoping to catch the Dragon Claw. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to. I definitely would have to shield this. Super Power from Dragonite is just insane, because Dragonite's attack stat is just so high that, you know, a Super Power is just gonna hurt so much. So he brought in the Giratina, and I was like, okay, bringing in Giratina, very interesting choice. And maybe his Giratina has Shadow Sneak, which, you know, some people would use, and that would do neutral damage to the Cobalion. But he was running Dragon Claw, it's going to be resisted. I mean, it's totally fine, it's just a little bit of chip damage. Alright, and remember, Cobalion is very tanky itself, and also the typing allows it to become even more tanky, but also in certain situations, you get hit by super effective damage from ground, fighting, and even fire type Pokemon. Alright. So we're going to see that another Dragon Claw is just going to come in. So knowing that he's running Dragon Claw, I'm going to save the shield. I was thinking if I need to actually use the shield on the Cobalion or not, but we're just going to stay put with the shield for now. Alright, just Stone Edge all the way. Another 2 more Stone Edge should be enough, but I don't think I'll be doing another Stone Edge. Just 1 more Stone Edge, and then I'm just going to farm down the Giratina totally. Hopefully I'm able to survive though, because the Shadow Claw damage do add up. As you guys can see, I'm already down to almost red health. Now I'm down to red health. This Stone Edge will almost take out the Giratina. Will be left with a sliver of health if I'm not mistaken. Alright. So, boom. Alright. Okay. It took it out. Okay. I thought it'd be left with a sliver of health. Now the Dragonite is back in. And I was thinking if I should go with Stone Edge or Sacred Sword. So, clearly I cannot reach the Stone Edge before a Dragon Claw comes in. I'm gonna grow a Sacred Sword. I was like, okay, my opponent shield that. I was like, okay, we burned the last shield that easily. Very good. We're gonna bring in Talon Flame. We're not gonna shield this. It's just gonna be a Dragon Claw. If it's superpower, awesome. We'll be resisting that. But it's gonna be a Dragon Claw that did quite a good amount of damage. But the last Pokemon is gonna be Warren. I'm like, okay, now we have a slight problem. Because we don't have a lot of health left. But we have one shield to save the day for us, man. Hopefully it's gonna be enough. Alright, so Flame Charge is gonna do neutral damage, and then we're charging up a bit. I was able to sneak in another fast move also, though. I was like very surprised. I was like, whoa, I managed to get in another Incinerate, man. Alright, so now that we actually got that in, we're gonna have to farm up a lot of energy. The reason for that is because we need to use one Flame Charge on the Dragonite, because if we do not Flame Charge the Dragonite at all, we're going to depend on our Incinerate. It's not going to be enough to survive the Dragon Breaths. So charging up to full energy right now, 100 energy, 2 Flame Charge ready, 1 for the Warren, alright, and now 1 for the Dragonite. Here we go. Okay, now we are already double boosted by 50% since we used 2 Flame Charge on the Warren, and now we're going to use the third Flame Charge, boom, to knock out the Dragonite. And wow, that was a very close battle, guys. My other Pokemon, they were so low on health that the Dragonite's Dragon Breath is just gonna knock the both of them out. So that was very, very close. And finally, after doing all those battles, we got up to rank 9. I'm just gonna show you guys all the rank up slowly. Alright, but I just like to tell you guys how it was like to actually do the 100 battles after not playing for so long, and even now claiming the reward, the time research, getting the Elite Charge DM also. So hopefully you guys actually completed the time research to get the Elite Charge DM also, because it's such an easy Elite Charge DM to get, especially just doing 10 battles, powering up your Pokemon 10 times, and also just, what was the other task? I can't remember. So anyway, it's been a while since I played Go Battle League. In fact, showing you guys any Go Battle League content, I've told myself that I'm going to go back to making more Go Battle League content. Not specifically climbing the ranks up to Legend, but if I have a chance to do that, maybe towards the end of the season, why not? But the plan now is for me to showcase certain Pokemon, especially since a lot of you guys were asking me to do live commentary. So far this video, I did not do any live commentary. Like I said, it's all just voice over. But in order to do live commentary, well, I would have to showcase a Pokemon, or basically just do the battles on the camera for you guys to see. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad for me to do the live commentary, because right now, in order for me to actually do this, you know, like voice over, I will have to prepare the footage beforehand, which isn't also helping, since it's actually easier to edit if I were to do a live commentary battle. So hence I prefer that style over the you know, the commentary, I mean the voice over style, sorry. Alright, so we are slowly progressing up to rank 14, got up to rank 14, and that's how many battles already, I'm not even sure. So like I said, I only screen record the parts where I claimed the reward. That's 85 battles. So after doing 85 battles, in fact 86 battles, I did one more battle. I had issues logging into the game, and I'm not too sure whether is it only me or what. I don't see anybody saying anything. I think it was due to Go Battle League. Like I had some issues with Go Battle League, and then eventually when I tried to log into the game, I had issues logging back into the game for 1 hour. I couldn't even log into the game for almost an hour. When I log in, I'll get kicked out and whatsoever. When I try and play Go Battle League, some error occurred and whatsoever. So it was pretty frustrating, but luckily I was able to still do everything that I needed to do for the day, and I was able to get up to rank 16 after doing all those battles. So rank 16 is where I got to and ended off after doing 100 battles and scoring 74 wins. So it's a 74% win rate, but of course we are playing in the lower rank. If we go up to a higher rank, the win rate wouldn't be that high. So you guys can see I'm going to press the battle. You have reached the maximum number of battles for today. So that's it. That's it for this Go Battle Day, man. It was a really fun one, like I said, to do 100 battles in a day. After not doing it for a very long time, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video of me showcasing to you guys me going from rank 1 to rank 16 in a day. It's something that I guess is pretty tiring to do, but I will slowly continue to progress to whatever rank that I would like to, and continue to make Go Battle League content. And in fact, like I said, I would like to showcase certain Pokemon because it's been a while since I do that. Pretty excited to wait for Master League to come because I have some really interesting Pokemon to show to you guys. So stay tuned for that. Alright, so if you guys enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like on the video. It'll be much appreciated. Thank you very much. And I'll see you guys in the next episode in the next video. Alright, goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.